Hello and welcome to Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris Anthony. I'm in Indiana, he's in New Jersey, and we're both cold. And we both have furnaces that work.
Let me tell you something, my furnace always works. There might be a little snow on the roof, but there's coal in the furnace.
Hey, I'm talking about my actual furnace.
Me too.
Mister. I'm not talking about Cindy's poor, unfortunate time with you that lasts only a minute.
Hold on now. We're gonna get.
Oh, it's the second time I made that joke. Not working. How is everybody tonight? Chris, what are you doing? Turn the music off and talk to me.
I'm working this here. I'm looking behind me. How are everybody? How's everybody doing?
Okay. I heard you loud and clear.
That's great. Now you can hear me. I gotta put the chat on. Welcome everybody. Hi, Christine. I missed you.
Hi.
You didn't talk to me at all this week. You were like on furnace vacation.
So I get messages from him. Are you alive? Are you mad at me? What's going on?
Yeah, because I'm just like, what's up with that? Well, first off, I want to welcome before I go any further because I know you're mad at me. You're not telling me. Nancy's on. Annie's on. Annie Palumbo Landolfi, Nancy LaGrasse.
Hey,
so
guys.
Nicky Salerno, our sponsor tonight from the Honda dealership. He's going to tell us all about that. Zena's on. Zena Newsom. Thank you for being on. My man, Anthony D. I'm going to do a big event for him down in Florida, New Year's Eve. It's great. We got a good stuff. A lot of great people on. A lot of comments hopefully going to come, right? And
Sure.
Chris, have you Walmart internet? You jumped around. No, I don't think so. No.
What?
Walmart internet. This stuff is great. I got Wi-Fi, low-fi, everywhere.
Who's?
I don't know.
Oh, Chris, you have Walmart internet. You jump around.
I'm jumping around, not the internet, maybe.
Yeah.
Here in Jersey language. You're right. So anyway, guys and dolls, welcome to the big show. I'm so happy to be back with Christine. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy
second day of December. We are 23 days from the big day of the month of the year. I don't know if you have little kids, it's probably of the year.
God, I don't want to see your credit cards.
I know, right?
So I'm very excited. We are streaming.
I personally have 11 grandchildren.
11 grandchildren.
Yeah.
11 grandchildren. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And I'm getting ready to have a great grandchild.
What?
Yes.
Man, you guys do something different out there in Indiana. Holy Christ.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
So I'm positioning myself for a reason. Okay.
Lights.
Because tonight, after we get through your 11 grandkids, 32 great grandkids, 14 sons and daughters.
We're done with me.
You
just go on, Chris. Take it away.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying it in a fun way. God bless.
Just take it away, Chris. I'm all ears. What are we going to talk about?
I had 2 cats.
I have 3.
Do you?
Yeah.
You never showed them to me.
No.
I want to see one. Get one.
Well, they're not in my room right now.
Well, can you call them?
No. I'll send you pictures.
Okay.
They're named Pika, roast beef. Pika, roast beef, and Poppy.
Pika?
Yep.
Roast beef and Poppy?
Yep.
Okay. So, to me, I relate that to like pico de gallo, a beautiful roast beef dip, and Poppy, a beautiful poppy seed sauce that goes over a nice piccata or a nice piece of chicken.
Everything relates to food.
Everything. Can you tell I'm hungry?
So, Chris, what are we talking about tonight? Food?
Oh, I don't know. Last week we talked about trusting your gut and confidence and all that stuff. So today, because you let me pick a topic, I figured we would talk about confidence and design before your first date. When I say design, I mean what you're going to look like, what you're going to feel like, how you're going to attack this date, your eyes, your body language, your thoughts.
State of mind, even?
State of mind, everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many people, before they're going on a date, maybe have a cocktail or do something or whatever. Get loosened up.
Oh, yeah, I don't do that only because I don't drink and drive, and I'm typically meeting somebody. Um, but so I don't tend to drink with
Well, because you
like
took it that direction, I'm going to ask this question: how many people Uber to a first date, anticipating?
yeah. If I was planning on drinking, I would definitely Uber. If it was a case where he wasn't picking me up, and even if he was, if I thought we were going to be drinking, I would probably Uber just because I wouldn't want him driving either. So
Yeah,
yeah,
That's very supportive of you. That's nice. I mean, that's a good thing. Um,
yeah.
that's good. A smart. What does it say? A smart coke. I can't post that.
Do you now? Do
Come
you?
on, man.
I
Anyway,
drink Coke. No, I
I
don't.
drink coke. Listen, I have never done drugs in my life. I would be afraid to do drugs. I would especially be afraid to do cocaine. I have enough energy it is. Could you imagine me like on a line of cocaine? That'd be like speeding in house. I'd be like, woo, going in
It
circles.
could affect you different. You could go the opposite way. You could go to
I
sleep.
doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. So anyway, so back to confidence on a first date. How do you dress? How do you feel before your date? How do you how do you how do you prepare? What do you think about? When I was a kid, I worked in a company and I was a salesman. And I was a salesman for a furniture company, but we designed hotels and like corporate apartments. I'll never forget my boss telling me I was really good at it, but it was a trendy business at the time. It fizzled out. He said, Chris, I was number one in the company. I'm not tooting my horn. I'm just saying there was a reason. He said, you project things and you feel things and you play it out before
I
it
agree,
happens.
Chrissy.
Before it happens. And for me, he was right. He was absolutely right. So, um, Chrissy, we'll get back to that. I don't know about
So
that.
you're a planner.
I'm a
You're a
planner.
planner.
So in other
Mhm.
words, I'm saying I'm going to plan. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to, try and play out a conversation in my head. Feel how it's going to go. See, feel how things
Yeah,
might
so
go.
so you can actually think it through to the possible ending. You think it through.
I can almost feel it. Anything from you know from it going fabulous to it
Uh-huh.
going flop. You know, and almost knowing. And if it's somewhere in between and it goes against what I thought, well, that's great. But so
So it's funny because I would say universally, totally across the board, every date except for one, I have always gone into it thinking being a little anxious or nervous, not really anxious, but a little nervous that because I make sure that we talk a bit before we meet, and I've formed an opinion somewhat knowing that my expectations are low because they could be wrong, and so I always am just a little bit nervous that no matter how much I liked them on the phone or on text, it's going to be different when I meet him in person. There's only one person that I did not do that with. I didn't give a damn. I remember driving to the date. I didn't care. I was like, I don't even know why I'm going on this date because I'm pretty sure that this guy isn't really that interested, and so I wasn't worried whatsoever. And that was Mike.
what about a little bit of pre-date comedy? Like a little prank, a little fun. Like if you're the guy and you're picking up a girl, and you've had some conversations about things, and you're like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like prank her. I'm gonna have some fun with her when I pick her up, and try and make her laugh or something like that, or vice versa.
I mean,
So
I think that can be risky, but if it's your personality, I say go for it because the one thing that I think that everybody should do, and you've hit on this before, is you should be yourself. And when you walk away from that date, one thing that you should be feeling is you were yourself and you felt comfortable and she liked you. That things seemed to go well and you weren't putting on a mask. You were yourself.
gotta be
So if
yourself.
you're a
Gotta,
comedian, if that's the way you want to go, I say go for it.
yeah. Well, it works.
Yeah. Do you have an escape plan?
We didn't have.
I usually don't.
I had an escape plan once. I did. I went on a date. I was actually went on a double date, and my uncle and I were on this date together. Not he and I. My uncle and I were with two girls that we met.
Uh huh.
We
Uh
were
huh.
like, we're very close in age. He was,
You're very
I don't
close.
know, I was 21, 2. He was 23, 4, something like that. We met these girls out. Very nice girls, lovely, very well dressed. Blah blah blah. We went to this bar, restaurant, nightclub. We were hanging out. It was the worst thing I probably ever did in my life, and I'll never do it again. They were so pompous and so full of themselves. They were related too, somehow, I think.
Oh, to each
Um,
other.
yeah, cousins or something. It's kind of funny. And they were I'm going to say of the upper echelon. Okay, they were. Now my uncle and I are not poor. We were fine, but I'm saying they were, like fur coats and blah, blah, and that's great. God bless. But they were not like
So they were
they were,
stuck up.
they were stiff. They were weird. They were went to the bathroom, be right back. Boom. See you later.
What? You went to the bathroom and climbed out the window?
No, I just walked out the door.
So you didn't even go back to the table?
Huh?
You didn't even go back to the table?
Nope.
How rude.
It was Reddit. We were young. We were all drinking. We talked with them later. They completely left and agreed. They were having equally as bad of a time. So,
Oh, so you
and it
talked to
wasn't,
them after that.
yeah, just to clear things up, but it was bad. It was bad. It was like, there was no way out of it. There was no, today. So bringing me back to today, I would look at the person and say, listen, in all due respect, you're fabulous. You're beautiful. This ain't going to work.
I would hope so. I would hope everybody could be mature and say what they think. And I have found dating over the last couple of years that that's just not the case with probably 90% of the people out there. They don't know how to just have an adult, mature conversation
Now,
with somebody.
I'm not making that comment to make myself look bad. I'm just making that comment to bring some, entertainment to it, so to speak. I would never ever do that again, ever.
Yeah, no,
But
I
you
get it.
have to have a plan. You have to have an escape plan. When you said escape plan,
I mean, you don't have to, but it doesn't hurt to. Some people need that. Some people are all about the, calling their friend and saying, "Hey, if I, call me an hour in and tell me something's going on, and if I need to get out, I'll say, I'll use it or whatever."
so
So I want to address Chrissy's comment before it goes too far away and we forget. The whole "I'm not drinking on a first date, it could skew my opinion for better or worse." I agree. I mean, that's I don't even need to elaborate. I agree, Chrissy. Agree.
yeah,
And
I
Chris has
mean,
talked about this a lot. Did you have uh, uh, love goggles, or did you have drunk goggles, beer
well,
goggles?
that's the thing. You probably we've all had all of the above. We talked about that. Your primal feelings versus your real feelings, your gut, your this, your that. You got to know the difference. You got to proportion it. But what I was really, we're on the right track because we're talking about escape plans and planning for the date. But I'm talking now more about how do you dress for the day? How do you watch a person's body language? How do you know if they're into you, you're into them? I know the answers to this. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Your pre-hype routine. Do you have questions? Do you have a hang loose plan? Do you have do you watch their body language? Do you give into it? Do you not give into it? Do you play hard to get? Do you kiss? Do you not? Do you just roll with it? What do you do? What do you
I'm
do?
with these guys. Abby, and real estate both are saying what I think. Take it easy. It should be simple. You don't need to have any elaborate plans. It's either going to work or it's not. Be
You got that
yourself.
Walmart
And
internet, huh?
Chris is froze. So yeah, I just think that it should be simple. So I agree with you guys. It should be very simple. Chris is froze. It should not be that complicated. I agree, Abby. 100%. I agree with that. It should not be difficult. Just go with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree, 1,000%.
Yeah.
So well, let's go
And as
back to
far as dressing, to go back to your,
that's what I want to talk about. You know me, the
I
dress,
know,
the
I
hair,
know.
the makeup,
So
the
so
whole.
Chris is all. Let me tell you guys. Chris is all about the outfit. I have gotten pictures. And he's like, which outfit looks best? And he'll show me the pictures. You're like, and he'll tell me what he's gonna do or who he's seeing, and he'll show me this outfit or that outfit, this necklace or that necklace. So he's all about, what
What's wrong with that?
dressing for the vibe or how he
You
feels.
have to dress for the vibe. You
You
have to
don't have
feel.
to. You do not have to. You have to. You do. I
All right.
dress.
Listen, how
I,
many
I
people
don't
out
care.
there agree with me that you got to dress for the moment, feel your best, tear it up, be out there ready to go? If you don't feel good, and if you don't have somebody to run it by and say, no, don't wear that for a first date, or do this or do that, then come on, you got to feel it. You got to be out there, like ready at your best, like I got this. And if they
So
don't like it, too bad.
so I think we are we meet somewhere in the middle. I do want to feel my best, and I want to look good on not just my first date but all my dates, but definitely first impressions are important. So I definitely think about it, but I just don't put that much thought into it, guys. I don't think about it. I think about it right before I go. I might think about it the night before, but yeah, not a whole bunch. And I typically will procrastinate up until right before I go, and then I'll just pull something out, and uh, that's it. And
All right.
I go, but I have never left the house for a date or
Well, that's your
otherwise
first
without
mistake.
feeling good about myself.
Uh, hey, let's
Dress for
welcome Michelle
yourself.
Myers. Michelle Myers to the big screen. We just got a comment. No matter what we do, we're going to have to work these three platforms. So P Sega says, yes, but you don't need to be clear with other people first. So what I think she's saying is you don't need other people's approval on how you feel or what you're wearing or what you're doing. I
Absolutely.
agree with that 100%.
It's
If
about
that's
what
what she
what
said.
you're happy with. What
Right.
Do it for yourself. And that's what I was saying. I just make sure I feel good. I'm confident. I look good to me anyway. And if I don't look good to them, I don't, I mean, okay, that's
Well, listen,
okay.
Abby, I love your confidence that you'll be just as hot in your pajamas as you will in your dressed up best. That's fantastic. You
Oh,
want
I
to wear your
agree,
pajamas to
Abby.
a date? God bless. Listen, make sure they're
No,
sexy.
she, yeah, what she's saying is the the person that is into her he's not gonna care what she's wearing. That obviously that doesn't apply to she's I don't think she's saying she'd wear pajamas on a first date, but I
Thank you.
get the sentiment. When whatever I'm wearing, okay, at this point in Mike and my relationship, I'm all about looking nice when I'm around him.
Well,
And but we spend a lot of time together, like days on end, and I'll just be wearing a pair of shorts and a sweater or something. And he's made it very clear, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, you're absolutely beautiful to me. And
that's great,
yeah,
and that's fine. But that's not what I'm talking about.
no, I understand. I'm saying that's what she's saying, that's what
Right,
Abby is
right. I
saying.
get it.
The person that you're going to be with isn't going to care. But
I,
as far as first dates go, it's a first impression.
all right, so I want to back up for a minute. I want to say what I feel about it's people in general, and especially when you're going on a date. That's why I wanted to talk about this because, you know, like Donna says, Donna Tish, welcome to the show. You should always look your best and dress to make you feel good. I will always dress, jacket if I have one, if I work with my ensemble, shirt. It's got to be right. I'll go out and buy something if I don't have what I really am feeling that day. You know, the old saying, you look good, you feel good, you think good, you project good, your confidence level's there. You got to make you feel good. Forget about what they think. Then once you get past that point, that icebreaker, that whatever, then if you really like each other, you know, and Abby, I do agree with you. I do understand what you're saying. Yes, I do. But that comes later. You've
Yeah.
got a first impression. You're going to go to a job interview in your pajamas?
Of
Okay?
course not.
Go
That's
on
not what
that
she was
date and
saying.
look your goddamn best. Put your best dress clothes on and tear it up. No?
You can, if that's
And
what
if
you want
they
to
don't
do.
like it and they leave, maybe there's somebody sitting at the other end of the bar that can't keep their eyes off of you.
And that goes both ways. That goes both ways. No matter how you're dressed, if your first impression is not good enough for the person that you meet, that's okay. They're not your person. It's okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Whether you like to dress up or whether you like to be casual or, somewhere in between, it doesn't matter. If you feel good about yourself and you've put your best foot forward and it's not good enough for them, that's okay.
Years ago, we've all done this, I'm sure. I used to walk into a room, walk into an interview, walk into a date, and worry about, this person gonna like me? Is this gonna go well? What's gonna happen here? Now, I walk into a room, an interview, a date, whatever, and say, am I gonna like you? That's how your attitude's got to be. Because you all got worth. You all have something about you that's worth somebody else having. So if you don't feel confident about that, then you're not portraying who you really are. But I'm not saying don't try and match your environment. Don't try and, if you're going on a coffee date, you're not going to dress in a suit. If you're on a coffee date, you put jeans on, a nice shirt, whatever. If you're going to a restaurant, maybe a little smart looking, a little more casual. If you're going to an outdoor activity, put your best freaking Coleman, what's that, Adirondack, whatever those outfits are. Make sure you're looking good. Go out there and hike, whatever you're doing. Just don't overdo it, but feel good about yourself. Wear what you feel good in.
Yeah. I mean, your clothes are part of your personality, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you saying, Don? People are way too casual. People are way too casuals. Now, that's right. P. Sega says clothes don't make the person make the clothes. I agree, 1,000%. But the person that makes the clothes has got to feel good in the clothes to be confident about themselves.
But that's what I was saying. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. It's about how you feel while you're wearing them. It's about how you walk into the room. I mean, it's more about that. To me, it's more about that than whether I'm all dressed up or not. I mean, I could be wearing a casual outfit and walk into a room and own that room, own every inch of it because of my confidence. And it doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
I agree. Now think of the confidence times 100 if you feel good in your clothes.
I would feel good in my clothes. That's the point. I wouldn't go anywhere if I didn't feel good in my clothes, period. And there are some people that don't feel good in expensive clothes. There's some people that don't feel good dressing up. And that's fair.
Well, then they should be on idon'tlikedressingup.com. Let's date.
No, they should just date. And if it's not a match, it's not a match. They shouldn't be ostracized for not wanting to dress up.
Don't judge a book by its cover. I agree.
Well, and it's not just that, but yes, of course, but everybody's different and not everybody matches, as we all know. We go on tons of dates and we don't match.
If I go out in a suit or a jacket and a shirt and I'm dressed, I got jewelry, I got shoes, I got whatever, not that I'm anybody, and this person shows up, I don't know, however they show up, and it's completely opposite, I better be madly in love with them or have some crazy attraction to them. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. You got to be, you got to look at that person. You got to walk in and own yourself and own that person and feel good about it.
Again, it just comes down to compatibility. You either match or you don't. And there are people out there who do dress up and don't really. Now, if somebody showed up in clothes that obviously they pulled out of the hamper, that might be offensive to someone. But if it wasn't expensive or dressed up or whatever to match them, they may not care. It may be more a case of, let's go out a few times and see if this person actually knows how to clean themselves up, because that might be important to them. So they
better clean themselves up for the date, because if they can't clean themselves up for the date, they're not.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Of course they're cleaned up, but the example of the pulling the clothes out of the hamper was an exaggeration, saying that's not happening. If somebody shows up and they're casually dressed and you're dressed big, if it was a good date otherwise, I would hope that people would, say, well, maybe.
Judge the person on their clothes, Christine. No.
I didn't say that. I'm not saying that you're judging them. I'm saying that I don't know. Maybe that is. It's not about judging. It's about compatibility. I wouldn't want anybody to think, well, we just don't think the same. I am this and they are this, and we don't travel in the
Okay, so let
same.
me ask you a question. Now, here's the other thing. You walk into a date, you're dressed okay. You're dressed whatever you felt was good.
Yeah,
You walk into the date, the other person is dressed fabulous, like they just came off the red carpet, right? How
sure.
do you read body language? Now you're feeling insecure. Now you really like this person. You're feeling a little weird. How do you read body language? Are they leaning in? Are you leaning in? Is there eye contact? Are you embarrassed to make eye contact? Are you playing with your hair? Are they playing with their hair? Whatever they. How do you know if it's still? What's the turning point? What's the pinnacle to know if that's just who they are and they don't care what you're wearing?
I think that if you are a person that goes out of the house feeling good about yourself and you're wearing casual, smart casual or casual, a nice pair of jeans and a top, um, and then you walk in and somebody is dressed all out. Um, I mean, speaking for myself, I wouldn't be uncomfortable personally. I wouldn't feel awkward or anything. So I personally would be able to pick up if that person, didn't like the way I was dressed, because if there was any awkwardness, that's I would pick that up from
Well,
them.
I would
I
feel a little
wouldn't
bit
have any.
uncomfortable. That's like going to a wedding in a t-shirt. I would feel a little uncomfortable. So
Well, I would
now
think that, yeah, I don't know.
that brings me to what we've always talked about. I'm going to take a little different spin. Communication. Hopefully, you're talking on the phone with this person for a little while. Hey, where are we going? What are we doing? All right, we're going to Armani's the restaurant. We're going to Piccolino's, wherever we're going. How's it? What's the dress there? How does it look? By the way, Piccolino's is an amazing restaurant. But how does it look? How does it? What's the dress code? What do you like to wear? At least talk a little bit so you can get a vibe. That's communication.
Yeah, I would
Staying
hope
close
so.
a little bit. No.
I would hope so. I mean, I know before I go out on a date, we usually talk about, like, if my date was to tell me he wanted to take me to a restaurant I've never heard of, I would ask him. I mean, I have no problem saying, so what kind of, is it casual? Is it dressy? What kind of dress
Mhm.
code do they have, or do they have one? How are you going
Right.
to dress? Because I would want to dress equally
Mhm.
to them, because I do want them to feel comfortable around me, and I don't want them to think, I don't even know how to basic, to dress to go
All
to a
right.
place.
Now, Angie Law. I'm assuming you're a lawyer, okay? Which means you obviously, have some practical.
Why do you assume that?
I'm just assuming. You know what they say when you assume. I'm assuming. Could be Angie's Law. Could be your way.
Oh, oh, oh,
Whatever it
okay.
means. Just taking your screen name. Um, you're saying it seems superficial to be worried about clothes. Okay, Angie.
I
Assuming,
agree.
assuming that big assuming you're a lawyer. You're going on a big trial. This is big for your career. It's a big, negotiation trial in a big corporate mess. You win this, it's millions. You're going to go in there in a mediocre suit. You're going to go out there and buy the best damn suit you can find. You're not going to be superficial because you want these people to know you're there and who you are, which means you want a presence. You don't want to, you're not thinking you're better than anybody, but you want to feel good about yourself on that situation. So it's not superficial. It's about feeling good. No?
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying. I think she's saying worrying about what you're dressing in to go on a date, it seems superficial.
No,
You
she
should
said it
probably
seems
be, well, hold on.
superficial.
Hold on. I think what she's trying to say is that there are other things to be concerned about besides what a person is wearing, which if you feel that way, I say coffee dates. First date, coffee date. Get to know somebody over some coffee. Everybody knows when you go to coffee. I mean, you can dress up. Maybe you're going to go to a meeting after you meet them. So it wouldn't be unusual to walk into a coffee shop wearing a dress or a nice suit because you have somewhere you're going. So if that's how you dress and that's how you're comfortable, that's fine. But that shouldn't be what you're concerned about. You should be more concerned about the person, the personality,
Well, of
the
course, no. We're
compatibility.
getting off track here. We're not. We're missing the. Let me back up.
Well, no, we're getting off your track because it's important to you, the fashion.
No,
Chris is
incorrect.
very, very, very into
Nope. Nope.
fashion.
Nope. Nope. We're gonna back this whole thing right up.
Yeah.
Put the brakes on. So everybody, just talk to my hand for a minute. I'm kidding, but first off, I'm not saying be superficial. I'm talking about confidence and feeling good about yourself. I'm not talking about judging the person on their clothes. I'm talking about confidence and feeling good. That's it. I'm not talking about judgment. This
Clothes
is
do
not
not
about
make you
judgment.
confident.
This was how do you dress? How do you make yourself feel good? Don't worry about what the other person. Like them for who they are.
You should be able to wear anything that is, decent. Like I said, not pulled out of the laundry hamper. And if you got confidence in yourself and you know your value and your worth, it should have nothing to do with, and of course, this is just my feelings, but it should have nothing to do with the way you're dressed. I understand Chris's point, though. I get it. Some people are very highly motivated by putting on a nice new outfit or putting on an outfit that jives with their vibe that they're going for. I get it. I'm not motivated by that. Although that doesn't mean that sometimes I can't feel particularly good. If I have a new outfit and I'm going to be wearing it, I can. It's just not what typically motivates me to get me to bring out my confidence and my worth, my self-worth and all that.
First off, thank you, Christine, about first impressions are important. That's what I'm talking about. You want to make an impression. You want to put your best foot forward. All right. I'm not talking about appearance as a small part of it. I'm not talking don't get to know the person. I'm not saying, oh my God, if they're in a t-shirt, walk out. That's not what I'm saying. You people are all getting the wrong idea about what I'm saying and who I am right now.
No, you're saying it's about the confidence. We get it.
It's about feeling good about yourself.
I think
to go
we
on a
get
first
it.
date and represent yourself.
I think we get it. I think we've been saying that. I think everybody understands
like
it's about confidence.
Saying, like, oh no, that's superficial. It's just that's not what I'm saying.
No, I think everybody understands it's about confidence, but I think that not everybody agrees that they're gaining like me, that they get their confidence from the way that they dress. That's all.
So Angie's saying she feels overdressing can backfire, like you're putting on a show. No, be yourself. Then if it backfires, that's not your person.
That's right. Just like if you go casual and they don't like it, they're not your person.
Listen, if I walk into a room on a date, okay, and I'm in a t-shirt or I'm in a casual shirt and jeans, whatever, and I walk in, this young lady, old lady, this person, I'm being funny, is dressed to the nines, I'm going to look at her, and if I like her, and assumingly there's a vibe, hopefully the body language reads correctly, I'm going to look at her and say, wow, you look fabulous. Okay? That's going to break an ice. That's going to be an opener, and that's going to be where it's at. It's not about, so on your first date, you wanted to dress to impress. That was super formal about everything. Wear your best shoes, a new shirt. You did. Thank you very much. Okay? Thank you, Mike. And that's exactly right. Christine's got her hand up.
I don't want to interrupt. I just want to say, I will wear a pair of jeans, a top, and a pair of boots, and I will kick ass in any room I walk in. End of story.
This is going so way off track.
No, that is exactly what you're talking about. I will wear that because I feel great in that, and I look great in it.
All right. So you're saying that your confidence level is high enough that you're going to walk in no matter what you're wearing and be like, yo, I'm here. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm not talking about, again, pulling clothes out of the fucking, trash bin. I'm talking about I will dress the way I like to dress. That might not be your level. It's my level. And my confidence level is going to be very high. I know my value. I know my worth. And I'm going to freaking look great, period.
What's your body language? What's your body language when you walk in? What do you do?
Confident, not arrogant.
Up high? Are you keeping your hands visible? Are you listening? Are you
talking about me in
general? I'm talking about what you're on a date.
A person should walk into a room.
Body language? What do you do?
A person should walk into a room very confident, knowing their worth, knowing their value, and ready to communicate with this new person, get to know them, be friendly, be listening and attentive, be engaged, be willing to answer questions, be casual and calm. All of those things. And if you're not, if you're holding back, if you've got a wall up, if they do, there's a problem. If that conversation is not flowing after a little bit, because, everybody has a little bit of awkwardness, that's fine. If it's not flowing after a little bit, and you should not need a drink to make it flow. So if it's not flowing, if you're not capable, if you're picking up that they are repressed around you, there's a problem. Now somebody may tell you, because I would hope that you would be honest with them. And I've been on dates where I've done this. I said, this just doesn't seem to be going well. I don't think we're really communicating well. And I've had men tell me, I am a horrible first date. Please let me have a second date, because I'll show you who I really am. The first dates always go bad. And sometimes I'm like, sure, that's fine. And sometimes that's very true. They're still not my person, but boy, what a difference their second impression makes. So I always pay attention to body language, and everybody should. You need to be present at that table or wherever you are. Be present and paying attention. I'm just, again, my opinion.
I agree. That's the biggest thing, is be present. Be present, because you know what? Be present, because I am the present. In other words,
Angie, I agree.
Not me. I'm not saying I am. I'm sorry, Christine. I am. I'm just saying.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm talking in third person.
Angie, I 100% agree. It's being overthought. I think that it is, like I said a little while ago, when it comes to the first date or any date, just relax and be yourself. Go on a date. Just go on a date. If Chris gets his game face on by doing what he does, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the way he does, that they kind of got to get in this, vibe, and it's all about themselves and their confidence and making sure they put their best foot forward. Nothing wrong with that. I'm casual.
Not saying game face like I'm out to play a game. I'm saying game face like I just want to feel comfortable myself.
That's what I meant.
I want to feel good. I want to be relaxed, and then the next time I go out, if it goes to that point, I'll see how that person dresses and I'll adjust a bit. That's all.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people, especially maybe here on our feed, on our, in our chat room, that just don't really care about what they wear. I just think, based on what everybody is saying, I have a feeling they just are more concerned about the other things that you pointed out, the body language, the communication skills, the compatibility, the comfortableness, all of those things. Like Mike just said, the eye contact. I mean, seriously, do you know that one time I went out with a guy who had I guess it's a lazy eye, and the eye could not look straight, period. It couldn't. The only time it ever went straight was when he wasn't thinking.
Happens. It's okay. Yeah. It happens. I've been there.
But I couldn't date him because eye contact, I have to have eye contact, and he couldn't. He was, physically it was physically impossible for him to look me in the eyes, and I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't connect to him.
Listen, I think, and I agree 100 million percent with Mike, that eye contact and the eyes tell a story. These things right here tell a story. Christine, your eyes tell a lot of stories.
yeah, they do.
All right. Finding the right person inside, I agree with you 1,000%, Angie. Absolutely. The only way you're going to know that is if what I'm getting at, okay? Here's what I'm getting at, okay? See, in America, we have an orange. In Europe, they call it aranciata. In America,
yes, Angie,
we have an apple. In Greece or Europe, they call it apodopolis. So apple, orange, apple. In the end, we're all just fruit, but we've got to taste good and feel good in our own skin.
I think that's the point everybody's making.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's, everybody's saying it different, but I think that's the only point that everybody seems to be agreeing on is be yourself.
That's all I'm saying. So if you want to dress up, dress up. but don't be somebody you're not. Just dress up. Be yourself, no matter what it is. I don't care what it is. Dress up. If you wear cowboy boots and a rawhide shirt, and the other person comes in silk and mink, that's fine. Doesn't mean you're not going to connect. Look at Landman. Anybody ever see Landman?
Yeah.
The show Landman. Landman. Look at Landman and look at his wife. Landman's in, wretched kind of cowboy clothes. Sometimes he dresses up. He does his thing, and she's all out there in her, little outfits and doing that. And they're still together. They're great. Yeah, he's smoking away. She's like, he's doing his thing and whatever. It's fine. Everybody attracts. Opposites attract, I guess. I don't know. Man, I'm getting fired at tonight, boy.
That can be true. Sometimes opposites do attract.
How do you know if the vibe is right? How do you feel it? How do you know if somebody's not, performing? Does it look good?
So we talk about this all the time. There is no way in this world, in your entire life, that you are going to have no risk. You put yourself out there, you have risk. All you can do is go with your gut, go with the vibe. And even then, even when you're very in tune to yourself and really paying attention, it still can go wrong. It's always going to be a risk.
Sandra, Dana, welcome to the podcast. Thank you. They're on Facebook watching. Sandra Mancini and Dana, welcome. That's
by the way, Angie, I love that. He had a wandering eye. Exactly.
Who
the
does?
The guy that couldn't.
Oh, wandering eye. Yeah. That's a good excuse, right?
Right.
Maybe that eye's like,
Yeah, yeah.
Then you leave the bar, all of a sudden he's talking to some girl and he's like, straight.
Right.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. And then it leads us back to our last thing, the gut check. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Did I enjoy the company? Did I feel like myself? Was I relaxed? Was it easy? Did we communicate? Do I feel a presence? And then when the date's over, do I miss the presence? Was I wanting more? Was it, what I'm saying? Trust your gut, because it tells you more than you think. Way more than you think.
I think that too many people stay in relationships and have second dates when their experience is turmoil, and yet they still have a second date or they stay in the relationship. So I have had conversations with some people that are actually here, and I have said to them, this is not an easy relationship. All you do is you're just constantly disappointed. It's so difficult. It's just nothing but just conflict one way or another. It might be small conflict, it might be big conflict, but every single time it's something.
Agree.
Why would you want to pursue that relationship?
Right. I agree.
And too many people do, because they don't follow their gut. If your gut says, when you go home, if you're like, oh geez, thank God that's over. I need a break.
There should be no questions asked there.
You think? Zero. You think? But I've talked to people who literally will call up just almost in tears at the frustration that they feel towards someone, yet they're still going to go out with them.
Primal. I've said it a million times. Primal. That's your primal.
No, this isn't even that. This isn't even that. Like in some cases, they're not even being intimate. It's just, I don't know. What is
some people don't.
You know what? We're just getting off track though, because the point is, some people stay in relationships or go on a second date and pursue somebody, even when their gut.
You look good.
Not always. Sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes they can't even explain it, and you can sit there and tell them, what does your gut say? And their gut's like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's frustrating.
Says, damn, they were looking fine. Gonna get that to be mine.
It's not always that.
I'm just.
That would be easy to explain. That would be easy to explain.
Well, then why are they going back? Something's got to bring them back.
Some people can't explain it. I mean, come on. That happens. Some people are like, I have no, do you know how many, I mean, come on. There are people where you're sitting there saying, they're not even that good looking. What is the deal? It's like, I have no idea.
So all I could tell you is this then, okay? Go on your dates, dress the way you want to dress, be who you are, be all you can be, but don't decide too early. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Because you're nervous. Feelings are taking over. Your emotions are taking over. Your all kinds of things are pulling at you. So don't judge so quickly. Just relax. Get to know the inner person. Have a great date, you know?
Look, have a good time. If you leave feeling like you had a good time, then do it again. If everybody wants to, do it again.
You know, how do you
yeah, that's right, Kristen.
What's that?
Some people just don't want to be alone, and that's really what it comes down to with
I agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, especially the ones that don't know why they stay or don't know why they pursue. It's usually that. I mean, there was somebody that I'm intimately involved with right now who made it sound like he was willing to pursue someone else. If he and I didn't work out, he was willing to pursue someone else, even though he didn't feel she was right for him at all, because he just didn't want to be alone. He wanted something, someone.
Wait a minute. All right, so I could get myself in trouble here. I'm not sure.
You don't need to know more than that. I think that was self-explanatory. I don't need to give you more than that. So, the point is, some people, no matter what, will make a decision based purely on they don't want to be alone. That's it.
Have you ever done that, Christine?
No, but I have made a decision based on I wanted a father for my children.
No, we talked about that. Yes.
Yeah.
So what
if I could counsel young women when they get divorced, I would tell them what women told me, but I would do a better job of it. Don't date. Don't date until you know your worth and your value and you understand that you are enough for your children until you find the right person. Period. Because it never works.
Well, you know what, Mike? I agree with you. There's people that don't like to hurt other people's feelings or tell them no, and they drag things out. Well, you know what? That's pretty shallow. That's terrible. It's no good. It's a waste. It's bad. It's terrible.
That's energy. Shallow?
Yeah, because you're leading somebody on. And then it might go somewhere else. There might be a moment where you're with this person. Maybe it gets intimate. And maybe that's you know, you're human, you're primal, and maybe something happens. Now you're really digging in deep, and this person's getting hurt even more, and you don't really want to be with them. No?
I'm sorry, I'm reading these comments.
No, you're right.
People take it too far. People take kindness for weakness. You know? Yeah.
Nancy says she enjoys her own company that better than to be with somebody that I don't enjoy their company, and that is where I had to be to a point in my self-growth where I was happy being alone. I actually enjoyed my own company.
You got to be comfortable in your own skin. We all want to enjoy somebody. We all want to be with somebody. We all want to, most of us, share our whatever with somebody. But you got to be comfortable here before you're comfortable out there. No doubt. And it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lifetime to get to that point in a lot of cases. And next thing you know, you're old.
True.
So,
But don't let that discourage you. Even if you figure it out on your deathbed, at least you figured it out.
How do you know? How do you decide if there's a bout of infatuation versus really having something?
You really can't. Time is the only thing that's going to show you whether it's true.
How do you overcome? How do you overcome infatuation?
I don't think you overcome infatuation. I think infatuation can turn into love. It's about how you nurture it, and if you pursue the relationship. I think infatuation can also just disappear, regardless of how much you nurture it, because it was just infatuation. Again, it's that risk. It's the risk. I think
but don't you think?
I think almost all relationships start with some sort of infatuation.
Yeah, but infatuation is your mind creating a fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know that that's 100% true. I think it's also it's a over the top feeling of love that is very intense.
Let's do something.
And maybe too soon to be feeling.
We go back and forth and we say a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you. Hold on a minute. I disagree with that. All right. Infatuation is, in fact, an intense but short-lived passion or admiration for someone or something. Okay. What's the infatuation meaning? No, infatuation, in fact, is not love. It can be the initial stage or maybe develops into love, as
That's
you
what I said.
But infatuation is intense, short-lived,
Exactly, Kathy. Over the top chemistry. Infatuation is something that can happen suddenly with somebody that you just met, and it doesn't necessarily have to turn into something, but it could.
Okay, but if you're infatuated and it's over the top chemistry, whatever you're saying, your mind is clouded. You're not really focused.
Yeah, but again, there's no way to know. That's the risk.
That's what I just asked. Risk. How do you know? How do you know?
No, I said there's no way to know. That is part of the risk of dating and falling in love. You could fall in love with somebody, and you could be well on your way to true love after a month, and they are starting to come out of their infatuation because it was short-lived. And then you can start letting them know your feelings and thinking they're right there with you. And then they tell you, oh my gosh, no, I was getting ready to break up with you. And it happens. There's nothing that you can do about it. It's the risk.
Sometimes you just got to be somebody's dog.
Okay.
You got to be comfortable with who they are, the same thing all the time, every day. Be happy to see them, eat the same food, take the same walk, get the same attention, and just be happy day after day after day. Why can't humans be like that? No. Does that make sense?
Do y'all want to be someone's dog?
Stump everybody?
Do y'all want to be someone's dog?
It could be a good thing.
They shot Old Yeller.
No, I'm not saying. I mean, infatuation to me seems like you're being somebody's dog, but you got to be happy.
No, so it's not. If you're happy, being somebody's dog. Infatuation is a very intense chemical reaction.
Exactly, chemical.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it can't turn into love. It can. You learn whether it's more than simple infatuation by doing life together. That's what I said in the very beginning. It takes time. Both of you may fall in love. One of you may fall in love. Both of you may fall out of infatuation.
Are you saying obsession can't turn into murder?
What?
All these, I'm going off the track, but all these people that are obsessed with somebody, they can't have them. Next thing you know, they're doing something crazy.
What has that got to do with infatuation and love?
Because I'm saying infatuation. What are you infatuated with? What's bringing you to that point? If you're infatuated, you think you're in love.
If you're infatuated, it could be a physical attraction. It could be a mental attraction. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. It's an infatuation. It's I really don't understand. What's the point you're trying to make?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Abby.
I had a thought in my head and I just completely went off track with it. So I'm just going to admit to the public, I have no idea.
Abby, I agree. I think we understand. I think we believe you, Chris. Abby, I agree. I agree with you. Emotional intelligence.
Yes, and we've been saying that all along.
Makes perfect
Everybody's been
sense,
saying
and humans are like that when they are with the right person. Yeah, you know, I sometimes you feel intense in the beginning, sometimes you don't, sometimes it grows gradually, sometimes that intense feeling in the beginning doesn't turn into love. My gosh, I mean, this is what we're always talking about. It is a risk. It's a risk. You may end up with unrequited love. It may not be reciprocated, or maybe you're the one that's not going to reciprocate. Maybe you were infatuated and then it fell off.
I'm going to
There's
go
no
back
way to
to
know.
I'm going to go back to what I was saying about the dog. There really was a meaning behind that. All right. If somebody's your person, you're going to be okay with consistency. You're going to be consistent to them. You're going to give them the same love every day, eat the same food hypothetically like a dog does, and take the same walk. But you're always going to be by their side. You're never going to let go. You're always going to be there till the day you die. So that's when you know that that's your person. That it's unconditional love. It's not infatuation. It's not obsession. It's not anything. It's unconditional, real love. The
Yeah,
effort is
and
there.
it takes
Both
time.
parties are doing what they got to do.
Right, and it takes time to get there, but that doesn't mean it can't start with infatuation. It absolutely can start with infatuation, 100%. Does it always? No. Everybody is different, but infatuation can be nurtured and turned into love on both parts. It takes time, takes getting to know each other. But the fact that you're infatuated with someone is what gets you in their presence day after day after day. And then for some people, the infatuation falls off and there is no love. They didn't attach to that person. That's the risk that we take, because you may have developed a love. You didn't know theirs was infatuation. And then and it's not
Okay,
even
so
like
now what
bad
about the other
faith.
person? If the other person is feeling, a little anxious, a little insecure, or whatever at this person's infatuative vibe, I don't know if that's even a word, but think about it. If I'm infatuated, I'm gonna give off a overzealous, way too much vibe. I'm like, oh my God, yes, yes, yes. Look at your hair. Look at this. Look at that. It's
Some
gonna be too
people
much.
don't mind. Some people don't mind that. Some people are willing to accept, boy, this guy or woman is really over the top with me. And they put the time in anyway, hoping that it will, turn into the real thing.
What
And
do you mean?
again, that's just the risk they're willing to take.
What do you mean? You've lost that loving feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean you've lost?
Yeah, exactly.
I
It can
get it.
happen.
It is what it is. You find out if someone is your person by repetitive actions, by body language, by vibe, by connection. It doesn't matter what their clothes are. All that I was trying to say was about preparations for a date was feel good about yourself. Dress your best, whatever it is, whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's a dress shirt, whether it's a suit, doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Go in there with a clear head, hold your shoulders high, make eye contact, look strong, feel strong, let that person know your convictions. Hopefully they have the same. And, next week we'll figure out a topic that we're going to talk about, because right now I have no idea.
Well, we do have a list of things to talk about.
We do, which we'll let you know. We'll pick one up.
Yeah.
Right? So, Christine, if anybody would love to talk to you, how can they get you?
You would just email me at realtalkwithchristine@gmail.com. And if you want Chris, it's realtalkwithchrisanthony@gmail.com. And it will be in the description of the podcast.
And we really like each other. We try to make it entertaining and fun, and I'm very controversial at times, and I contradict myself for fun, but I do really mean all the stuff we say, and we hope we make sense to you. Thanks for Nick Salerno, the Honda salesman, automotive executive, for being our sponsor tonight.
Hey, Mike.
And thank you,
Michelle.
What's
Michelle
that?
Myers. Michelle Myers.
Michelle Myers, yes.
Hi. Found us from TikTok, I think.
Yep, she's found it from TikTok. I also want to send out a special happy birthday to Krista Dobby Coppers tonight. Tonight's her birthday. Happy birthday to you. And she's watched.
Happy
and
birthday.
all of our people that are on Facebook, thank you. And listen, I think that wraps it up, right?
Hey guys, once again, you guys have been phenomenal with your questions and your feedback.
They are.
I love it. We got to keep giving Chris a hard time.
I'll take it. I'll fight back. All right. Listen, everybody, I got to eat because I get cranky and hangry if I don't eat. So thank you very much. Christine,
All right,
love you.
See y'all later. See you next Tuesday.
See you in your streams.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.